Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you a simple tutorial on how you can do OCR, optical character recognition using Tesseract and EasyOCR. So first, let's start with Tesseract. So I'm on Windows and you need to download the installer of Tesseract at this GitHub and install the Tesseract. So you can go to this GitHub and then you can download the Tesseract installer for Windows. You can download it here, and you can also check this GitHub for more information about Tesseract OCR. You can also check this link for Tesseract user manual or Tesseract documentation. And yeah, after you download it, you need to add the installation directory to system path. And if not, then provide the exact path location to tesseract.exe. And since we use Python, we also need the Python wrapper for Tesseract. So you can do pip install pytesseract. You can also try to run Tesseract on command line, but yeah, we use Python for advanced modification of inputs to get better results. You can also read the manual page here at this GitHub to see options that you can use, to see parameters that you can use. And yeah, so Tesseract is one of the most well-known open source OCR libraries, originally developed by HP and now maintained by Google. It supports a wide range of languages and can be used for OCR on both printed text and handwritten documents with good accuracy. And the advantage of Tesseract is that it can detect the presence of spaces between paragraphs in the documents being processed by OCR. So Tesseract can maintain the writing format from the original image. So if you have like many paragraphs and each paragraph has spaces between them, and Tesseract can detect those presence of spaces between paragraphs, so it can maintain the writing format. But the disadvantage of Tesseract is that it cannot use GPU and only uses CPU, which results in slower performance. So if you want to do OCR for many images, well, it cannot use GPU, only use CPU. But I think Tesseract overall is easier to use. So let's see here. I import pytesseract, the Python wrapper for Tesseract, and I import the image. This is to open the image, and I also use matplotlib to show the image. Then you specify the full path to tesseract.exe. So pytesseract.pytesseract.tesseract_cmd, and then you type your full path to tesseract.exe. Next, you read the image using pill. So image open, and this is my image. This is from the same folder, as this Jupyter notebook, so it's easier. And then you show the image. I want to show the image using matplotlib. And then perform the OCR on the image using pytesseract.image_to_string, and then you put your image here, and then you get the result in text, and then you display the extracted text. So this is the original image that I use. So this is actually a scan page from engineering book about CMOS circuits, and it has about like 1, 2, 3 paragraph, each paragraph separated by spaces between the paragraph, like line breaks, right? Okay. And the Tesseract can maintain the writing format of this image. Okay, so it's very accurate results. It has like 1, 2, 3 paragraph. Very good results with this scan image, and it has this original image. And you can also play with this custom config. So OCR engine mode, you have like 4 different options that you can use. And there is page segmentation mode. There is 14 different options that you can use. You can combine this to create your custom config and see which combinations suits your specific use case. For example, I can create my custom config like this and put the custom config in config parameter. And yeah, the default is actually OEM3 and PSM3, and it's the default settings. And it's actually pretty good with this scan image. Okay, so Tesseract can create very accurate and good results. And as you can see, it is actually easier to use. Okay, next I want to talk about EasyOCR. So if you want to use EasyOCR, you can install this using pip install EasyOCR. And you can also read the documentation here. So it's created by Jaded AI. You can read this documentation to see the methods that we can use and to see the parameters that we can use. So mainly we use read text method and mainly we use the general parameters. Okay. EasyOCR is an OCR library that uses deep learning to recognize text. So if I'm not mistaken, EasyOCR is actually built on top of PyTorch. It was developed by Jaded AI and can recognize text in over 70 languages, and EasyOCR is designed to be user-friendly and perform better on complex images under non-Latin scripts. And the disadvantage of EasyOCR is that it cannot detect the presence of spaces between paragraphs in the documents being processed by OCR. So EasyOCR can't maintain the writing format because EasyOCR is actually detect words or half or part of the sentence. But the advantage of EasyOCR is that it can use your GPU, so it can result in faster performance, especially if you have many images that you want to do OCR with. But you don't need to worry if you can't detect the presence of spaces. You can also use pre-processing on image. So before you pass this to EasyOCR, you can pre-process the image. And after you get the results from EasyOCR, you can do post-processing on text on EasyOCR results. So you can achieve better results. Okay. So we import the EasyOCR and I also import Torch so I can check if I have a GPU and I can use the GPU in my Jupyter notebook. So yes, indeed I have GPU and I can use this on my Jupyter notebook on here. Okay. Next, we need to create the reader for EasyOCR. So EasyOCR.reader, and I use English language, and I can use my GPU. So if you have GPU, you can write true, or if you don't have GPU, you can write false. And I use this CUDA 0. You can use this if you have like multiple GPU on your system. But yeah, since I have only one GPU, I use the first GPU available. Next, we use read text method. So reader.readText method, and then I put this same image, and then I get the result. So here is the result, and as you can see, this is too many numbers here. So if you print the result, you actually get like 3 information. The first is that you get information about the coordinate of the bounding box. And the second information you get is actually the word or the half of the sentence, part of the sentence. It's actually the text. And the third information that you get is actually the confidence score. And get this really detailed information. Okay. But if you don't want this to be like this, you don't want this to be all detail, you can set the detail to 0. So if you set the detail to 0, you get like this. But this is actually a Python list. See, this is actually a Python list, which contains, well, yeah, only the text, but it's still on Python list. Next, if you want to get only the string, you can set this to paragraph equals true, and then you can join the result. You can join the results, and then you can print the result. So you get this one big paragraph of string. And as you can see, this is actually different from the writing format from the original image. So yeah, EasyOCR cannot maintain the writing format. So if you use EasyOCR, you get something like this, like one big paragraph. So it's different from the original image in terms of writing format. If you want to writing format, you can use Tesseract, right? So it's Tesseract can maintain the writing format. But yeah, for overall comparison, you use Tesseract if you need to writing format, if you need to writing format, and only need OCR for only few images, because Tesseract cannot use GPU. Meanwhile, EasyOCR, for EasyOCR, you can use EasyOCR if you need to speed up OCR process on many images because it can use your GPU, and you don't really need to writing format. Well, you can actually maintain the writing format by using pre-processing on image and post-processing from the result of EasyOCR from the text, right? So I think that's it for this video. Hope you understand for whether or not you want to use Tesseract or whether or not you want to use EasyOCR for your OCR program. And thank you.